So now we will understand the concept of internal control. In auditing, what is the role of internal control? What is the meaning of internal control? Why do we need internal control? And what are the essays related to internal control? Today we will learn this. Okay. So internal control, it is similar to your mom, your mother controlling the house, the household works. Okay, so it is similar to your mom. Like your mom looks after your household works, kitchen work, make sure that the resources are utilized properly, optimum utilization of resources. Okay, so these are the operations which all mothers do. Okay, now we'll understand the concept of internal control. Internal control, that's why I have given the example of mother. Okay, housewife. So similarly, internal control in company we need internal control, to handle the works, the operations, the activities of an organization, to control the organization. Okay, to control the internal work of an organization. So we implement internal control in an organization. So basically, control is a basic human requirement. Okay, and it has existed throughout the ages in different facets of human activity. Nowadays business are very complex, and it is a complex process, and as the time has passed, it has grown even more complex. It has grown even more complex with the technological advancement of the society. So what has made this more complex business environment? Technology. Okay, not everyone is familiar with the technology. Even we are struggling with the technology. Okay, so this technological advancement has made the business more complex. So the formalization of the concept of internal control in the sphere of business administration is a comparatively recent phenomenon. So it is just a recent phenomenon. So in the sphere of business, control is an accepted device. In business context, control is an device, implemented device, accepted device for optimum utilization of resources, for utilizing the resources in the best possible manner. Okay, and opportunities for maximization of profits. All operations of a business are carried on with the help of human agents and equipments like computers, smartphones, tablets. Okay, so all operations are carried with the help of computers and humans. Okay, both these factors need someone to look after, some supervision. Okay, so that the task assigned to them are properly carried out, and avoid any kind of wastages in an organization, and avoid any kind of losses. Okay, now there are two things. Okay, first, internal control in small organization, then internal control in large organizations. So in case of sole proprietorship, in case of small business like vegetable vendor, like the shop near by your house, do they need internal control? How they are managing? Actually they are controlling their shop by with the help of two assistants or one assistant. Okay, they are solely arranging their cash, their inventory. Okay, they are looking after their bank balances solely. Okay, they are just taking help of one or two assistants. Okay, but in the case of large organization, one person cannot control everything, cannot look after everything. Okay, they need some help. Okay, help in the great extent. So, to cope up with the business environment, an organization has to employ more and more people to look after their cash, to look after their inventories, to maintain the records, files, documents, everything. Okay, to maintain the security. Okay, to maintain the safety of assets. Okay, now Now we will understand the definition of internal control. What is internal control? So as per according to SA 315, identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatement. So SA 315 is about identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatements through understanding the entity and its environment. Suppose this is an entity and this is the environment. Through understanding the entity and its environment. So what does this says? It says that internal control. Internal control may be defined as the process. They are saying this internal control is a process, not a final conclusion. It is a process. Internal control is a process, one by one. Okay, so the process designed, implemented and maintained. First we have to design the internal control, then okay, this is designed. Okay, this internal control is designed. Now we have to implement. Okay, and maintain it. At last maintained by whom? By those charged with governance and by management and other personal means employees, to provide reasonable assurance about the achievement of an entity's objective with regard to reliability of financial reporting. First, reliability of financial reporting. Second, effectiveness and efficiency of operations. Third, safeguarding of assets. Fourth, compliance with applicable laws and regulations. So there are 4 points here included in this definition of internal control. So the internal control is designed, implemented and maintained, okay, by those charged with governance, management and other personals. Why we have to implement this, maintain this? So to provide reasonable assurance which is reasonable. Okay, about the assurance, about what? Assurance, you need assurance, but about what? About the achievement of objectives. Okay, with regard to reliability of financial reporting, reliability of financial reporting, effectiveness and efficiency of operations, safeguarding of assets and compliance with the applicable laws and regulations. So what are the objectives of internal control? What is the aim of internal control? So objectives of internal control are, there are total in 4 points but are divided in 2 parts. First part is for transactions, objective of internal control for transactions, and second for assets. So for transaction, what is the objective of internal control? Transactions, organization has to see that the transactions are executed in accordance with the management's general or specific authorization. There are two types of authorization. First is general, which is basic, done regularly, and second one is very specific authorization, which is not done often. Okay, so transactions are executed in accordance with the management's authorization. Second point is all transaction. All transactions are promptly recorded in the current amount, in the appropriate accounts, and in the accounting period in which executed they are executed. Okay, so the second point talks about that the transactions are recorded in the correct amount in the appropriate accounts. Correct amount in the appropriate accounts. Now third point is and fourth point is about assets. So internal control. So objective is to see that the assets are safeguarded. You are running an organization, so you have to maintain safety of assets, which is very necessary, because you can't afford to buy the same assets again and again. Okay, you have to maintain assets, whether it is your home or office. So in this we are talking about organization. So assets are safeguarded from whom? Thieves. Yeah, so assets are safeguarded from unauthorized accesses. Okay, use or disposition. Like someone is taking stationery, office stationery, organization stationery for personal use. This is completely unauthorized access. Okay, now the last point is that the recorded asset are compared with the existing assets at reasonable interval of time. Okay, and if any differences occurs, then appropriate action have to be taken. So the last point says about that the assets which are recorded in the books, assets which are there in the records. Okay, this is one furniture in the first floor, one almirah. Okay, this is written in the records. Okay, but when we actually go see there is nothing like such there. Okay, no furniture like this, no almirah like this. So this is the thing you have to see. An organization has to see through internal control. So that's the objective of internal control, to see that the assets are actually present there. Okay, that's it.